We're reading Job chapter 24. Since times are not hidden from the Almighty, why do those who know him see not his days? Some remove landmarks. Listen to this now. Some remove landmarks. They seize flocks violently and feed on them. That's exactly what's going on with me. Landmarks, flocks. They drive away the donkey of the fatherless. They drive away the donkey of the fatherless. They take the widow's ox as a pledge. They push the needy off the road. All the poor of the land are forced to hide. Indeed, like wild donkeys in the desert, they go out to their work, searching for food. The wilderness yield food for them and for their children. They gather their fodders in the field and glean in the vineyard of the wicked. They spend the night naked without clothing and have no covering in the cold. They are wet without showers of the mountains and huddle around the rock for want of shelter. Some snatch the fatherless from the breast and take pledge from the poor. They cause the poor to go naked without clothing, and they take away the sheaves from the hungry. They press out oil within the walls and tread wine presses, yet suffer thirst. The dying groan in the city, and the souls of the wounded cry out. Yet God does not charge them with wrong. There are those who rebel against the light. They do not know its ways nor abide in its path. The murderer's wrist rises with the light. He kills the poor and needy, and in the night he is like a thief. The eye of the adulteress waits for the twilight, saying, no eye will see me, and he discusses his face in the dark. They break into houses which they mark for themselves in the daytime. They do not know the light, for the morning is the same to them as the shadow of death. Someone recognize them. They are in terror of shadow of death. They should be swift on the face of the waters. Their portion should be cursed in the earth, so that no one would turn into the way of the vineyard, as drought and heat consume the snow waters. So the grave consumed those who have sinned. The womb should forget him. The worm should feed sweetly on him. He should be remembered no more, and wickedness should be broken like a tree. For he preys on the barren who do not bear, and does no good for the widow. But God draws the mighty away with his power. He rises up, but no man is sure of life. He gives them security, and they rely on it, yet his eyes are on their way. They are exalted for a little while, then they are gone. They are brought low. They are brought low. They are taken out of the way like all others. They dry out like the heaves of grain. Now, if it is not so, who will prove me a liar and make my speech worth nothing? Now watch this. Watch this. Let me show y'all something. This is what I was trying to tell y'all earlier on my last lecture. Alright. Alright. Since times are not hidden from the Almighty, Why do those who know him see not his days? Some remove landmarks. They seize flocks violently and feed on them. They drive away the donkey of the fatherless. Okay, right here, you can see like these people already was wicked. These people was attacking Job, right? All right, watch this. It's something set in motion. It's like this is God program, this is God earth, this is God, all this is God. So you get out of line, there's a program. So you out of line. So you let's say you're on this program to hell. Hell have to open its gates, bring in its floats, and bring in its pillars. Let's put the pillars out here so we can, it's like a net for fish. It's like a net for fish. All right, now how they gonna get caught in this net for fish? Some remove landmarks, they seize flocks violently, feed on them, they drive away the donkeys and the fatherless, and then over here it says they press out all within their walls. You get what I'm saying? So it's like they gotta go through this. It's like they was already wicked. They was touching on evil. But since they did so much wicked, it's time to be evil. You're not going back to good. We know you're not going back to good. You're not going to see God. You're not going to heaven. You ain't trying to go to heaven. We know that now. Okay, well, let's lock in the codes, put the pillars down, send them on to hell. Okay, now what they gonna do? They gonna steal their oil. They gonna steal their flock. They gonna steal their home. Now they are in the program. See what I'm saying? See how they go? These is program, boom. They stole the flock, they stole the home. Let me break it down to you in today's term. They stole his home. Got that in the program. They stole his women. Got that in the program. Basically made him suffer. Took his clothes off his back. Where he couldn't get warm, stay warm. Didn't have no clothes for outside to wear. Program, boom, float. Putting them on top of the float. You coming into the program now, you think hell is here, hell is here, is heaven here, heaven or earth. You don't know, because you've been evil so long, you've been going back and forth to hell and purgatory for so long, you wouldn't know what heaven was if you dreamed about it. So, all right, now you're on this float, you getting on this float. We sick of you now. It's time for you to go. You gotta read card, cut your head, plop, cut your head off, give you redo your brain again, baby brain again, reset back in motion, purgatory, here we go again. Try it again next time, get it right the next time. Hopefully you get it right the next time, then you can go to heaven. Otherwise, you keep doing that, we're gonna keep sending you back to hell. Then you're on the float. You're on the float. Programs. I'm telling you. You were just doing evil, you kept attacking this person. I'm gonna attack him. He ain't got nobody, but I don't see nobody. Ha ha, that's laughing T here, ha ha. Alright. And you talking to other evil people. Man, y'all done did all this. Man, what if they do this to him? I wouldn't do that. I'm just taking his stuff. I wouldn't do that. I'm just taking his money. Yeah, you would do that because we're going to throw you in the program. Now you're in the program. Yeah, I did that. Took his all. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I took his house. Yeah, I did. Well, you're in the program now. You on the float. You on the Noah Ark. No, you ain't on the Noah Ark. You on the Hell's Ark. You on the Hell's Ark. You on the float. You passed the pillar test. The pillar got you. The pillar put you back there. Who was the pillar? The person you looked up to doing this devilment. That person that made sure you went on ahead above and beyond your means when it came down to hurting somebody who didn't deserve it. Now you on the pillar. You stuck. Program. This is God's world. You ain't getting away with nothing. You are no more than a program when it comes to my Father. You don't want to be a human. You didn't want to be an angel. More or less a human. You didn't want to be a human, more or less an angel. You wanted to be wicked. You wanted to be of the devil. That's what we got Satan there for. To put y'all back there behind the devil. Okay? You going to hell sales. Okay? Noah Ark go to heaven. Hell floats go to hell. It's like it's a saying. You read throughout the whole Bible, these people do wicked, a bunch of people that keep doing wicked, and then they always go down this line of wickedness that's always the same line of wickedness. We better wake up out there. This guy's world. This guy's world. If God say something gonna be, it's gonna be. You ain't get away with nothing. That's why I was saying when I kept falling off in the past, I didn't know I was a child. All I knew is that if I stand straight up in my North Node, I wasn't leaving to get no help. They had me in a loop. Families, group organizations, everybody had me in a loop. You know how awful that is? You know how ain't no telling how many people in prison. It ain't no telling how many people dead. It ain't no telling how many families been destroyed. Cause this been perfected. This been going on for a long time. Cause it's perfected to a T. It ain't no telling how many families been destroyed. It ain't no telling how many people wrongfully got put in prison. It ain't no telling how many people got wrongly put in the grave. It's just been going on and on and on and on. And you ain't got no conscience of it. As long as you can buy a car that ain't gonna last because you gonna wreck it or the motor gonna fall out of it, you don't care. As long as you can get a house which ain't gonna last because it's gonna be total shambles, it's gonna be shambles in and out. I just want my home. I don't want to leave my home, but the home don't want you. You bought it with Judas, man, it's cursed. You better off living in a box. A cardboard box. This is God's world. He sees everything. I don't know why people keep saying the Bible. I'm going to tell you, you got white people who say the Bible tradition. Because they grew up somehow, some way where they know that Bible good. I ain't saying they grew up with people older writing none of that. I'm saying they grew up with some probably intelligent people. And they know that Bible real good. So much so they live accordingly, don't even realize it. And they go around here and ain't of God though, somehow. You see what I'm saying? These people you really have to watch. And they get a lot of good karma because they walk good. But they ain't into God. Some of them might even be atheists. See what I'm saying? You see how offset that is? It's confusing, ain't it? They grew up because the Bible is our manuscript. The Bible is, that's why I tell everybody better go buy that King James Bible. Everybody in the whole world better go buy that Bible, bro. It's a manuscript. It ain't nothing in that Bible. You can go by that whole Bible and still live a good life. You can go by that whole Bible and still have more fun in life. You basically just saying, I can't have fun if I can't do drugs. That don't even make sense. Fun was here before drugs. I know, I'm born in the streets. I'm born in the drug. I know. Matter of fact, I can prove it. Before you got on drugs, you can run a touchdown. Now that you on drugs, you can barely get a first down. Come on, man. Before you got on the alcohol and drinking and drugs, you used to please your woman. But now that you on the drugs, and now that you drinking, you can barely please your woman. You lost in the first high. You never got out of the first high. I know people who got drugs to this day. All the drugs they want. And they'll tell you, I remember one time when I first got high, I had 3 ounces cocaine. Oh, man. Well, what's wrong with you now? You got more coke. You got more drugs than cocaine. You don't feel good no more? You don't love yourself anymore? It felt good to you then because that was your first time and you was in your higher self. You was more closer to the divine than you are now. It don't feel good to you anymore because, see, you was high vibrational. And when you did that cocaine then, you missed it with the already being high vibrational. And that's what made you feel good. But see, it just took time for your ancestors to register. They had to see you make that mistake, watch you make that mistake, and see if how you gonna react to making that mistake. And since you reacted to making that mistake like it was the best time of my life, the ancestor dropped you because they knew you were gonna continue to make that mistake. Now you're no longer feeling that high no more. And you so ignorant, you can't even realize that you really truly made a mistake. That's how it goes. We gotta live according to that Bible. Y'all too traditional. And the people who saying that probably walk in the Bible and don't know it. That's why they don't like, most people I done met that don't like God, atheists, and people say too traditional, they don't like them because they were pretty much raised up in the church. They know the Bible inside out. They know the Bible like we know our ABC. So they walk it and don't realize it. They don't like God because they feel like in their mind, I'm doing everything God tell me to do. He ain't gave me nothing because your attitude. Your heart ain't right. You got a heavy, dark heart. You know all this about God. You know all this about Jesus. You know everything about God, inside and out about God. And yet you still hateful. Yet you still want too much. Yet you still greedy. And yet you still can't appreciate God. You done walked into God. You done walked accordingly to God. You done got all these blessings from God and not even recognizing they blessings from God. And you wanting more from God. And since you're not getting more from God, you want to blame God. Not only are you blaming God, you want to become an atheist and hate God. Come on, man. That ain't the way that works. That ain't the way that works. Our Father God judges the heart at the Libra scale. Your heart got to be light as a feather. We say that doesn't sound right. That sound perfect to me. That sound absolutely perfected to me. Because when he judge your heart, it don't matter what you do or what you about to do or what you felt like you had to do. Your heart, like when I said I was done with the drugs, but I was still back going back to the drugs. Immediately God was judging my heart. Is he done with the drugs, heart? Or do he really want the drugs? The heart told him he don't want these drugs. He tired of the drugs, guy. He don't know why he can't get away from the drugs, guy. But he hate the drugs. He done with the drugs, guy. Well, what's the problem? It look like he's stuck around the drugs, guy. Somebody got him in a loop, guy. Well, what we got to do now? We got to wake up justice, guy. How we going to wake up justice? He going to have to stay standing straight up, guy, for a very long time. Shepherd patient time. In order for all the ancestors to get it right on the divine time. Oh, okay. That's the way that go.